Hi everybody, welcome to an introduction to the Houdini user interface. So first of all, when you open your Houdini at the startup, if you have this button, check it. It will show you these quick start tutorials. It will help an absolute beginner, even someone who is not a beginner. It will help you. So I recommend you starting from the quick start tutorials that you can understand Houdini's interface. This is the main menu. It's at the top. So they are always the same, they don't change. So they provide a quick access to common functionality when you can create a new project and open an old project or a recent project, or where you can save your project, and you have your edit buttons to edit or go change your preference here. You have your rendering tab here. You have your windows. Also in Houdini we call it desktop. You can change uh, the way that you see your desktop, your interface. You have your assets for if you create a digital asset, and you have your help menu here. The second place is called the shelf. So the shelf contains a large array of useful tools for working interactively in the scene view, and you can create your own custom scripted tools. So this arrow show you that there are more to see. You can click on it to see what is there. So these ones are called the pens. So every shelf contain appends. You see, create, modify, model. All of these are called the pens inside of Houdini. This too is a shelf. So the third part in the user interface is your 3D scene view. So this is where you can see your 3D object, and it represents the current scene files. You can change the shading style and increase or decrease the display quality. And the control in the pen header let you change the viewport layout and shading styles. Here you can change the viewports or your shadings over here. So the fourth part is your toolbox. So in your toolbox you have your selecting tools, you have your move tools, rotate, scale. So let me show you an example. Let's bring here a sphere. So this is our sphere. So in our toolbox we can select the object, we can move it, we can rotate it, and we can scale it. So this is a combining tool of all of these tools. So scale, rotate, and move. Your operating toolbar, a toolbar that show you it's at the top of the scene view. It show important control for your current selected node. You can use this control if you work in the viewport with the parameter editor, minimize it. So we have our display options here. We can show the grid or hide the grid. We can lock our view, the lights. So like in the menu bar I've shown you, this show you that there is more to see. And you can click the eyes display option button to on this toolbar to open the full display option window. So here you can change, for example, your background type. If you want to change the color scheme from light to dark or gray, we have our parameter editor. It lets you edit the parameter of the currently selected node to change how it works. Like if we select our sphere here, in the parameter we can change the translation, the rotation, or the scale. Let's scale this by 10. You have your uniform scale. So every node that you select, you can change its parameter here on the parameter editor. Next, we have our network editor, and the network editor show you the node in the current network. You can create nodes, select them to see the parameter in the parameter editor, and wire them together. So for example, to create another node here, you can click your tab key in your keyboard and select the node or type the node that you need. A box, like you see, we have a box node here. So in the parameter we can change the parameter here, and we have our play bar. So the play bar, it has playback control and the timelines, which lets you scrub arrows across the animation frames and show which frame have keys. So if you keys, for example, here, set a keyframe and commit change. So like you can see all of this in your play bar. We have our help button here. This is one of the most important things on every programs, to have access to the help menu. If you click on the help menu here, you have a interesting uh, help menu on the Houdini. You can get started, know what's new in Houdini. So you can start from the basic of working with Houdini user interface. We have our status line. So the status line, it's display status on progress updates as you work. So you have your play button here. You can play, go next, go back, and we have our cook controls. This is our cook controls. Like we can set a key and change our playback range, and this control lets you turn off automatic refresh of the scene view if your scene is extremely complex and slow to update. And this is really important because when you start simulating, sometimes you have to change the playback from play every frame to play in real time. So this one too, it's an interesting control. You can learn more by yourself by going on the help menu here and start learning and exploring all of these menus. So I hope that this tutorial help you. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you.